Hey, this is Herman here from Dragonforce, and you are watching H-Bomb Fallout Shelter on Bloodrock Media.
I'm with Herman fucking Li of Dragonforce. How you doing, man?
I'm good, thanks.
Now I've got a question for you. Now, I heard somewhere that you like Bryan Adams. What's your favorite Bryan Adams song?
Thought I died and gone to heaven.
Haha, that's not the one I was expecting. I was gonna say "Run to You" or something like that.
No, my favorite is "Waking Up the Neighbors" album.
That's a great album.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on. Now, I'd like to talk about tour life. Now, I'm a career musician myself. I know that there are certain things that go on, but what do you like to do when you're on the road and maybe got a day off or something?
Well, to be honest, I've got to give you a pretty boring answer. These days, on the day off, I pretty much like to do nothing.
Really?
Absolutely nothing. I know everyone thinks, oh, this day off, you go and get drunk or go and party and go and see stuff. But on this tour, you know, it's pretty busy, so I pretty much did nothing at all. What did I do yesterday? I played some emulator games, and that was it.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you get to eat some pretty crappy stuff when you're on tour. So what are the foods that you really try and get when you're on tour and have the opportunity?
You know, the way we do it is we get our buyout and we choose to eat whatever we want. Yeah, everyone can go and eat whatever they want. I don't know what I would try to find and eat that's good, but I'll tell you one thing I really hardly ever eat on tour is Chinese food.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that something you really like to get at?
Because as a Chinese myself, I know what's bad. And most of it is pretty bad unless you're in Chinatown.
Most of it's not Chinese.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, from what I can relate to from childhood of what I know Chinese food tastes like. And I want to eat something that is really what I'm eating when I was living in Hong Kong. So I pretty much hardly ever eat Chinese food on tour. You know, I try to pick something that I can relate to when I was a child, as a childhood or something.
One of the things that I love to know about people as far as their food interests go, what's something that only you and the band likes that everybody else sort of yucks at?
I mean, I guess chicken feet.
Oh, well,
It's no big deal. I mean, it's just normal Chinese food.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. I guess the 1,000-year-old eggs, duck eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one eats that stuff unless you try stuff like that. Yeah.
Good luck finding that in the States.
Actually, I can find them. You know, I've eaten them.
Well, we're in Detroit. I mean, good luck.
It's not something I eat all the time. It's not exactly the healthiest option.
Chicken feet, though.
Chicken feet? I think that's a pretty common thing.
Yeah, but it's nowadays. It's one of those. Well, you know, I guess I can understand that. Pretty cool. Okay. What's one of the most? Well, I'm gonna ask you. What's the most interesting thing that you've done on tour? But I'm sure there's probably a lot of them. Can you name?
Done on tour?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff.
You know, like bungee jumping or something like that. Something you wouldn't do at home.
On tour, I'm not sure. So many things have happened in our lives. We saw the pyramids in Mexico. That was cool.
The Aztec pyramids?
It was near Mexico City. So we
wow.
That one. I saw the what do you call it? The stone forest. Stone forest that's in China.
Oh.
Okay. You ever seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden
Dragon? Yes.
Where they're fighting on this crazy
That
rocks?
is so cool.
That is like one of the wonders of the world. So I saw that. That was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. I'm jealous. Okay, moving on a little bit, but as far as touring goes, you know, as deep a bond as you guys have at this point, what kinds of pranks do you guys like to play on each other and maybe the other bands?
We don't really do much pranks on people, to be honest. Not these days anyway.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone likes to do their own thing and we try to respect their own space. You know, doing pranks and mess up people's stuff or throwing their stuff in the bin or, you know, messing up their clothes and stuff. We don't find that really that funny.
Oh.
You know, so we don't really do any pranks. You know, it's not reality TV, so we don't need to act some stupid, you know, way for the camera. So we don't do pranks on people. Maybe the last day of the tour, we did, and one previous tour as a prank. I mean, they did a prank on us. So a band called Sabaton tried to do a prank on us when they're touring with us, you know, when we were playing. So they came out all naked and half naked. Instead, we knew they were going to do it, so we got the crew to tie one of the guy out, completely tied him up naked and left him on stage while we played for like 10 minutes. You know, completely just his. Actually, not. We took his underwear off. So that was, we tied him up on the riser. Like we basically pinned him down and tied him up. Yeah,
that's really great.
That was in Belgium, so it's okay. You know, it's not.
What is something that what do you have to bring with you on tour in order to have a good tour?
Now I've finally worked it out. What I need to bring on the tour, more important than my guitar, really, because I could buy a guitar on tour. I don't care. Well, actually, it's free. Just send an email out if I don't have my guitar. But my pillow.
Exactly. That's awesome.
My pillow. Oh my god! I have this pillow. I've been using that pillow since the age of 11. 11 years old, for years and years, and I decided bringing that tour have solved so much problems. I can sleep much better. I can sleep on the plane. I just put my head on it. So amazing. Now
like
Sam also
brings home with you.
Sam also bring his pillow.
Yeah,
we've got like people starting to work out. You know, how do you survive a tour? You bring your own pillow.
I might have to do that because there's nothing like. I've tried different. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that I have in my bag here that I have to bring with me everywhere. But I never thought about a pillow because I was. Bring like one of those inflatable camp pillows or one of those little memory foam neck pillows, but my own pillow, I've never actually thought of that.
I mean, my pillow is so crappy. I mean, it's completely flat, used
it's
up.
Like that thin?
It's like completely dead, but you know, that's why I've been sleeping on all these years and it made such a difference. You know,
it's a security thing.
Yeah, you take off the cover, it's kind of yellowish now, it's gone so old, but you know, I love it.
Now, last question for this part. What do you have to do to prepare for a show in order to have like a good show?
And I think I don't really do a good show if I don't eat some kind of carbohydrate food.
Sure.
So that's really it. You know, if I don't.
Do you have like a timetable that you have to do? Because you sing, and I know all about that, where you have to eat a certain amount of time before you go on. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 hour to 2 before.
Oh, that's good.
Nothing too crazy.
What's something that you miss about playing as an unsigned band?
Well, we only played about, I guess, probably 10 shows as an unsigned band. 10, 15 shows.
Oh.
So, and that is back in, 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
So, and to be honest, we're pretty lucky for a band in Europe because we don't have to do the RV, a van tour around the US, which is everything is so far away. When we're doing shows in the UK as an unsigned band, I book these shows for the weekend. So we don't have to work on the weekend. We just go do 2 shows on the weekend and drive back. It's like 2 hours drive, to each different places.
Nice.
Furthest away is up Manchester, which is 4 hours. So it was fun. And we're staying at, I guess I miss staying at my friend's place on the floor, for those shows. Yeah.
That is sort of a character building mainstay, isn't it? Like suffering through, sleeping in a really, really brightly lit parking lot or crashing on somebody's floor, right?
Driving my crappy car that I bought it for, back then it was probably like 1,000.
What was it?
1,500 pounds. It was a Citroen Xantia. You don't have them in America, French cars.
No, but I know. I mean, I watched Top Gear like it's going out of style, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it was a 1995 model. So I drove that.
It's not a good car.
It's actually great. You know what? Way cheaper to repair than all these other cars. And I know no one likes French cars, but they're actually the most reliable cars I had. And cheapest.
I don't like Peugeots.
Peugeot, okay, yeah, I never had one of them. But they're owned by Peugeot anyway.
The Citroen C3s are a damn good car.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I have a C5 now. C5 Tourer as well.
Yeah?
I mean, but I drove that until 2012. I drove a really crappy car until 2012. And I decided, we were filming a music video called Cry Thunder, and the hydraulic suspension was completely screwed up. And I still drove that car up to do the music video. After I drove back, I said, I'm finally going to cough up and buy a better car, because I just didn't care about it.
All right, well, we'll get to that, because that's coming. So, what do you think is the most profound change in your life since you signed a record deal? I mean, you got the large tours, and I know it's not all parties and stuff, but it's got to have taken a toll. I mean, what would be in your eyes the biggest change you've had to deal with, or at least adapt to?
To be honest, I gotta give you boring answers.
Boring's good.
This,
you know what?
Maybe this is the truth. You know, most people might give you different answers, but for me, I try to live the same as before I was in the band, signed or not signed. So you know, I don't waste my money on things. I don't buy talk about expensive cars and okay, I bought one or two now afterwards. But you know, for me, they were like a hobby. I wasn't buying an expensive car to show off. I was just having fun fixing it and doing things like that.
Sure.
But really, you know, I just live normally the same way I always been before signed or unsigned. You know, save my money, be clever about it, and just have a normal kind of life, enjoying, you know, doing what I'm doing.
Now, let's go back to way before Dragonforce. Can you remember the very first show that you played?
The first show I've ever played?
Yeah.
I was in school, so I was 17.
You were doing concerts back then? Because I know you were in classes and stuff, but...
Yeah, they let you have this kind of like little concerts in the school.
So
you can play, they'll give you like 20 minutes or something. So I played we started off Enter Sandman. Then we played Countdown to Extinction, Megadeth, and then we did Anthrax Only.
See, that's a real... I actually toured with Dan Spitz. That guy can play with his eyes closed.
Yeah, so they were challenging solos. And then we did one of our own songs, which was the worst one. I don't know why we finished with our own song. You know, it wasn't very cool.
You kind of have to. I mean, you gotta give them something to love.
Yeah, but
there's no way. I mean, you're your own worst critic, and I guarantee you it wasn't nearly as bad as you think it was.
Yeah, I'm sure it was horrible, but it was fun because you get to learn something about the experience, just playing live. There was probably like only 30 people there. But
what year was that?
93 maybe.
Do you remember what kind of instrument you were playing back then?
Well, guitar.
Well, I mean, like, as in...
Oh, what
was it always Ibanez? Or?
It was an Ibanez, yeah. I had an Ibanez guitar after playing for a year, so...
That's pretty cool. Now, I know that you were in a lot of... you didn't like the music classes you took, but did you learn to play any other instruments besides guitar?
No, only thing I ever learned was the guitar. So when I started when I was 16, that was the first instrument. I used to skip music lessons. I thought they were really boring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they are.
I could have, you know, if I
learned
stayed,
on saxophone, so...
yeah, if I stayed, I could have maybe learned how to clap in time and, you know, when everyone hitting random stuff. It was pretty horrible. Yeah.
So, this brings to mind, why guitar? I mean, every instrument speaks to the person, but what spoke to you about guitar?
The first time I heard the electric guitar was, I think it was either Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer, or Europe, The Final Countdown. And
those are both great choices.
I heard those guitar solos. I thought, wow, this sounds really amazing. I really like the sound of it. And I guess I got
Europe. Look it up, kids.
Yeah, there are awesome guitar solos on it.
What kinds of things do you like to do and collect when you're not on tour? Because you've got probably a lot of guitars, right?
Yeah, I've got about 100 guitars.
So what's something non-musical that you collect?
I guess I got into sports cars, so I got into I'm a Porsche enthusiast.
Really?
Yeah. So I had a Boxster S and a 911 at the point, but now I just have a 911 now because I didn't drive the
Which one?
Boxster. It's a Carrera S. It's a 997 Gen 2.
Oh.
So it's one of the last few still very manual car which can really feel the connection in the road. So I've really got into that. You know, I learned to fix it as well. So I don't just learn to drive it.
Oh, that's cool.
Learn to drive it on the racetrack. Learn to fix it.
And that's not an easy engine to like really get into. I mean, it's a flat 6.
Yeah, the rear engine car is quite challenging to drive a 911. I learned to drive on the track with a Boxster S with no traction control. So I learned to drive properly with the
Does the
Boxster
have the standard steering, or is that electric too?
No, that's still standard hydraulic steering.
If you're driving a Porsche, that's the way you gotta go.
I blew that power steering up, going too fast, because you know when you're going high rev all the time on the track, you're really spinning the hydraulic pump.
Giving that differential all it's got.
So it burned up the tank. Actually, I had to fix it myself. So I took the lines out and I changed the tank, I changed the pump. It took me a week, but I learned to change the hydraulic power steering on that platform actually. Mid-engine, it was hard work.
Yeah, I used to drive tanks when I was in the Army, and none of that's easy, but everything's worth it.
Yeah.
How about video games? What do you got these days?
I mean, I got every game console since I don't know, 10, 20 years ago. I stopped with the PlayStation 4 now because I don't really have time to play it.
So you've got NES, Sega.
I had it at one point, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had it at one point. Now I play the Assetto Corsa, which is the car simulator on the PC. And I've been
you're a PC guy now.
Oculus Rift. I've always been a PC guy.
You've got an Oculus?
Yeah. Since the Doom Rise of the Triad days. The really old days.
Yeah, oh man.
On the 486. I remember I had the Pentium, stuff like that.
I loved that game.
Which one?
Rise of the
Triad, the original,
the original one.
Yeah, yeah.
Right around the days when Blade Runner came out, and like the video game, not the movie, of course. Those are some good games.
Yeah, those were my beginning of the PC days, and PC gaming.
That sort of paved the way for games like Deus Ex. I mean, it was pretty much the same kind of cyberpunk thing. And you guys also need to look up the Rise of the Dragon.
Triads, yeah.
Rise of the Triad. Rise of the Dragon was a completely different game. The lightning round. This is where I ask him a whole bunch of real quick stuff. He has to answer with the first thing that comes to the top of his head. So, ready? All right. First pet's name.
Muncie.
Nice. Favorite food.
Chinese food.
Nah, you got to be more specific now.
Dim sum.
Okay. First car.
Citroen 2CV.
Got it. Current car is your Porsche? Porsche 9 Carrera S.
997.
Oh.
Yes.
Favorite band?
Dream Theater.
Nice. Love those guys. Favorite video game?
The one I spend the most time on my whole life is Quake World Online. Wasted a lot of time.
I wasted a lot of time
match.
In college on that game.
That match, Team Fortress, capture the flag, done it.
Quake 3 Arena, dude.
I got that on Linux. I got the Linux original box.
I almost got kicked out of college for that game. Okay, worst bill to get in the mail.
Huh?
Worst bill to get in the mail. You know, like electric bill, phone bill, cable bill, thing like that.
Worst bill to get in the mail? Tax bill.
Take it. Favorite swear word?
Yes. I guess fuck is pretty universal, okay. Everyone knows.
Now, you've got a Porsche. What's your dream car?
I actually got my dream car. Bummer.
No, hey, Porsches are damn good cars. I mean, not a Koenigsegg, but we'll go with that.
Too fast, too dangerous, too scary.
Oh, but that's life.
Maybe next time a GD3 will be cool. 997 Porsche GD3.
See, and you can't really argue with a Porsche though, and you really can't, because it's a solid platform all around. Every series it's got, you know. I love talking to someone about cars.
Yeah, I compare Dragonforce a bit like a 911. We're continuously evolving, slowly getting better all the time.
Yeah, basically shaving that design so that it's still kind of approving to people while at the same time making minor adjustments.
Yeah, still who we are, but just getting better at it.
And it's a wonderful formula. I mean, they've been doing it for 50 some odd years.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Last one. The number one thing that bands get wrong. Now, you can be vague if you like, but there's a lot of unsigned bands out there that, you know, would love to be doing better at what they're doing. So what is the number one thing that they shouldn't be doing?
They're not having fun. A lot of people doing it, not having fun, I think.
That's a wonderful answer. That's a wonderful answer. We got one more segment coming up for you. Herman here is going to play a round of Tetris as long as he can, as well as he can. And when we're done, we're going to chart his score. Who's going to be the best? You find out on the Game Boy Challenge. All right, go.
All right. Let's get familiar with this. It's been a while.
He's doing all right so far. How you doing there, Herman?
I'm just getting used to it again. It's been a while. I haven't really played this on here for a long time.
Not many people have.
And without the music, it's not the same. Getting warmed up to it. Oh, can I go here? Yeah. There
you go.
We're getting there. We could be here for a while, though. You got the memory card for this?
Oh, I do. Trust me. Oh, look at it. A lot of you kids will never remember or even ever know the monumental wonder that was the original Tetris, which came out on Game Boy in 1987. If you were alive back then, waiting for that line, huh?
Absolutely. Shit.
He's got a nice stack going, and what he's waiting for right now is the four-piece line.
I'm taking the high risk, am I? Gotta let it go.
There you go. Got a nice 2-1.
Taking a bit high risk at the moment. Going for the maximum score.
Good planning ahead right there.
That's not good. It's a bad move. Oh.
Choices.
Choices, not good. Oh, I'm gonna make some bad decisions at the moment.
There you go. There's that line. There you go.
Made a big mess here, to be honest. This is kind of unacceptable as a person who played that much video games.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Bring it in.
Getting faster. Just need to clear this mess.
There you go.
Oh, this is terrible. What a mess.
You doing great?
Not
well, actually, no, you're not.
It's terrible. I'm trying to do a cool move, but failed. Now I'm running out. I gotta clear this junk.
Oh! Final score.
Terrible.
Well, I'd like to thank Herman Li of Dragonforce for coming in and doing this, what must have been kind of a time-consuming thing. The Game Boy Challenge is not for the timid, but you played it really well, man. Good job.
Thank you.
You've been watching The Fallout Shelter. I'm Hobbes. This is Herman Li. Thanks a lot.